Jim, the businesses on America's main streets have borne the brunt of this pandemic. I mean, the corner stores, the restaurants, the places in neighborhoods like South Grand or Main Street St. Charles, or Florissant Avenue in Ferguson. These are vital kind of community assets, and a lot of people are really concerned about how we come out of this pandemic with those neighborhood centers intact. The Greater St. Louis Inc. is launching a Main Street STL initiative to try to direct some resources and focus the region on those kind of businesses.
Well, COVID is just the latest hit that these places have taken. Walmart and Target, killed off the little, the dry goods stores and the hardware stores, and they reconstituted themselves, a lot of them as restaurant areas, specialty shops, a spice shop in Maplewood, things of that sort. And then COVID came along and another blow to them. And it's good that somebody's thinking about them, but the people who wrote this plan have no power to implement it. They must sell it to regional governments. Do you think it'll work?
Well, what they need to do is find resources, and the hope is that some of that comes from the $1.9 trillion relief bill that Congress just passed. I mean, there's the city of St. Louis has 500 million. St. Louis County has a couple $100 million. Other counties in the region also have some money from that, and they've got a fair amount of leeway in how they spend it. So the organizers of this Main Street STL initiative are going to try to convince them to steer some of that money toward helping small businesses recover.
Well, a lot of these places are surviving on government largesse as it is through the payroll protection plan.
Oh,
those cheap loans that the government's been giving out. They helped a lot. Yeah, but for these vast pots of money that municipalities are getting, like the St. Louis is getting 500 million apparently. There's going to be competition. Landlords want part of it. Tenants want part of it, and so we don't have an extravaganza of evictions beginning in about a month.
Right. There are a lot of needs, but I think this is important to preserve these small business districts and not have them go areas like Manchester and Maplewood that were really coming up in the world, and not have them sort of slide into vacancies and the whole neighborhood struggles if those commercial corridors struggle. This is St. Louis is kind of a national example of this. I'm told that we're the first region to do a sort of a metro-wide approach to this problem. So if they can marshal some resources, it'll be really interesting to watch.
And they're talking about cooperating. Gee, I'm not sure I understand how that would work. How do you get the Maplewood district to cooperate with the St. Charles district?
I think you form a network for sharing best practices. Hey, in St. Charles, they do these wonderful celebrations like the Ice Festival or like the Christmas time street performers they have. They can share their best practices with Alton or with Maplewood or with South Grand and so on, and maybe get some mentoring and training for some of these business owners. Many of whom don't have a lot of resources. To kind of let them know what works in other parts of the area. I think that sounds promising.
And one thing you said, I wanted to emphasize: these little business districts are just so important to the community around them.
Yes.
If I can walk from here to the diner down on Wydown and where I live in Clayton, it's just a wonderful amenity. If I can walk to a Starbucks from here, it's on our little business district. And it just makes these neighborhoods just more livable. I think.
It does. It raises your property value. It helps the whole community. So yeah, this is very important. I'm glad to see Greater St. Louis taking the lead on this. We'll watch and hope that some good comes of it.
And hope that this plan just doesn't end up with all the other plans up on the shelf.